Hey guys, so today we will do another question of uh, line 75, which is called as reverse linked list. And this is a lead code question 206. In this question, it is an easy question. It says given the head of a single linked list, revert the list and return the reverse list. For example, if we have 1 2 3 4 5, it should be 5 4 3 2 1. If it's 1 2, then it should be 2 1. If it's empty, then it should be empty, right? And you can iteratively or recursively do it, and if you can do it both, then that's good. So it's a easy question, so let's try to understand how will we implement this reverse logic. So now let's do this here. So we have uh, for example 1 2 3 4 5, right? That is the linked list, and the answer is we have to reverse it, right? So the way to reverse it is we have to do it like this. We have to just do this and then make this as an head, right? So it will be 5 4 3 2 1, right? Or we can say it should be like this: 5 next should be 4, 4 next should be 3, 3 should be 2, and 2 should be 1, and 1 next should be null, right? So how do we do that? What we will do is we will try to take some pointers here. Let's take a previous pointer which is actually pointing to null. This is null, for example. Okay, then this is one node and this is two node, and then we will take another pointer which is pointing to node number, the first node, which is say current, and let's take another pointer which is pointing here, which is next pointer. Okay, so we have three pointers, which is previous, current, and next, right? But the point is we are given head only. So current pointer will be equals to head. Okay, current pointer will go to head, and then what will happen is current dot next, right, will be equals to next. So next will be equals to current dot next, right? This will be the next pointer, and then previous pointer is basically pointing to null. Okay, so previous pointer is basically pointing to null. Now what we need to do is we have to reverse this link, right? So we have to reverse this link, but this link actually points here. We have to actually reverse it, right? So if we reverse this link here to this, actually we will lose this connection. We will lose this connection, right? So how do we actually not lose this connection and still, uh, you know, make sure that we are able to retain this? So we need to actually think of a strategy of how can we do that. Okay, so the way we have to do it is that what we can do is we will start with moving this pointer here. So let's move this pointer here. Okay, let's move this previous pointer here first. Okay, so and what we need to do is we know about this link, right? So we will first take off this link to here. Okay, because we already are pointing this here, right? So we will do this. So what we will do is we will say current dot next is actually equals to previous. Okay, that would be there. So first step is current dot next is actually previous. Okay, the second that we need to do is we have to move previous here. So previous is actually moving from here to here. Okay, previous equals to current. Okay, And now what we have to do is we have to move current from here to here. So we move current to next. Okay, so current comes here, right? And this thing repeats itself. So before this, the one thing that we had to do is current dot next, next equals to current dot next. Okay, so now what will happen is this will go in the while loop while current is not equal to null. While current is not equal to null, this will go on. So now what will happen is the next will move here. Okay, and then the previous is now here, the current is here. Okay, now again this thing will happen, current dot next will become previous, so this will go here, right? Previous will come here. Okay, and current will come here, and this will go on and on and on. Okay, until current is not equal to null, right? And then finally what will happen is current will come to null here. Current will basically come here and it will become null, and this while loop will break, and previous will be here, right? Because we move previous and then current we move toward next. So next will come here, current will become here, and now previous will be the new head, right? So this is the simple way of doing it. I think let me put where is this thing. So let's write it down. So we have list node. So we have list node which is previous equals to null. Then we have list node current which is equals to head, and then we have while current is not equal to null. What we have to do, we have to do list node next equals to current dot next, right? So current dot next, then we have to do what we were doing, we have to basically do current dot next is equals to previous, right? So current dot next will go to previous, and previous will now move to current, right? So this will keep on while current is not equal to null. Finally what we do is we will return previous, right? So we have previous which was pointing to null pointer as we said, then we have current which is basically pointing to head. Then we said while current is not equal to null, we have to know list next node which is pointing to current dot next, and then we do current dot next to previous, previous equals to current, and then current has to move to next also, right? Because current has to move to the new next, right? And then that's all it should be. Let me try to sign in and see if I can run this. Okay, so as we can see, this solution is working fine, and it's a 0 millisecond solution, right? So if you see, the way it's working is, as we said before, is like this, right? So if I make it more clear, and I think let me just put it here only. So you have one, two, three, four, five. This is previous, this is current, and this is next, right? So the first thing that we are trying to do is doing current is not equal to null, which is correct. Current is not equal to null. Then we are saying next we are moving here. So next is moved here. Current dot next is where next is. Then we are saying current dot next is previous. So current dot next is now becoming to previous. So this is the link. And then we are saying previous equals to current. So now previous is actually moving to here. Now this is previous, right? So this previous is gone. And then we are moving current to here, right? So current is moved to here, and next is moved to here. This is now new next, right? So current equals to next. Then what we do, list node next equals to current dot next. Okay, so next was here only, so list dot next equals to current dot next. So it came, next came here, right? And then we say current, so current is here, so current dot next is previous. Okay, and then previous comes here, current comes here, right? And then current equals to next. Yeah, so current is equals to next, next is here, right? And previous goes to current, right? So previous comes here, current comes here, and then again next goes here, and this way it is actually making a link until current comes here, which is a null node, and previous comes here, which we are returning. So this is how we can reverse a linked list. So as you can see, 1 2 is also working, empty is also working, and this test case is also working fine. So that's it as of now. Thank you so much.